Hi guys, it's Renee Sinning, Energy Leadership Coach and Energy Leadership Index Master Practitioner. I am here to talk about creating powerful relationships both in the office environment and also at home, especially as we head into the holiday season. So the reason that I want to talk to this is because as leaders, and or CEOs of our life and our business, whether we're a leader of a team or just a leader in our own life, as leaders, we have a lot of power to impact the world around us and impact the energy of the environment around us. This is really important in the office space because there's a lot of conflict and drama out there in the office today. And most studies state that people, well, it's a high percentage. I think about 80% of people would leave their job if they could. And there's a lot of disengagement. There's a lot of, and not everywhere, some places are great, but in a large percentage of businesses, there's problems with engagement or disengagement, I should say, turnover. And there's always competition to make more money and, be better than our competitors and all of that. So I want to going to give you 3 things that you can do that are simple that you can put into play tomorrow at work that will allow you to begin to shift the energy if you're in a toxic environment or you have toxic relationships that you have to interact with and just can't get away from. So this is what I have learned. I've been a teacher. Before I was a full-time coach, I was a teacher, high school math teacher for 18 years. As a high school teacher, I taught over 388,800 students. Yes, I did the math because I was a math teacher. Over that time, and pretty much every day, I had students in my classroom of different races, different nationalities, different religions, different socioeconomic status. Some kids would be driving a BMW and other kids would be having a taxi bring them to school because they're coming from the city. True story. So those are huge socioeconomic differences. Different wellness. There was kids that had illnesses, abuse, drug use, so much conflict going on within a single classroom in today's society in the high schools. And businesses are the same, maybe not the same exact issues, but the same exact human needs. So as a business leader, as a business leader, I believe everybody wants their teams to be productive, engaged, low turnover. Probably you don't want a lot of conflict or drama. It would be great if your employees or coworkers had passion for their job, right? That would make things a lot easier. And no one should spend 8, 10, 12 hours a day in a job where they're not happy, where they are frustrated or tired. They have no energy. It can be exhausting, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, when you're in an environment that is not cohesive. So I want you to imagine as a leader, whether you're a leader of your life, yourself, or a leader of a team, imagine if everybody around you felt like they were the CEO of the role they were in. Whether you are the face that greets the customers, the admin at the front of the building, or the CEO or your boss or your team members or your coworkers. Imagine the energy and the power if everybody came to work every day and felt like they were the CEO of their job. That would be incredibly powerful. Imagine the impact and the ripple effect that would have on your personal life, on your clients, if everybody was pumped up and excited to come to work. And we just don't have that all of the time, or it's really hard. Some people think it's not possible. I say it is. So as a leader, I want to give you 3 tips that you can do this week, starting tomorrow morning, that will make an impact. It's not going to fix it. It's not a fix-all. If there's toxicity in the environment, it's going to take some work. If there's toxicity in any relationship, it's going to take a work. And yes, you can only do so much. So there might need to be some other extra help that needs to be involved. And I know there's going to be some leaders out there that are going to say, why should I do it? Why should I have to? This isn't my job. And that's what they're being paid for. And there may be truth to that. There may be complete truth to that, but I challenge you as a leader, even if there is truth to that and you're having those thoughts, it's still your team. If we're talking business here, it's still your team. And don't you want them to be productive and engaged? Don't you want to have low turnover and not have conflict or drama and anything else that might be in the way, distractions, right? So that's why I'm going to give you these tips. They're not hard. You might not believe that you should have to, but put these into play and see what kind of a difference they make. And again, this can go with any relationship, with family, personal, it doesn't matter. Here's what I've learned. This is what I've learned, and this is what I want you to know after all of my years of creating cohesion among very different groups of students. It's all basic human needs. Everybody wants to be seen, heard, valued, respected, feel important. They just do. And if someone's working in an environment and they don't feel that they're valued or seen or heard, how engaged are they going to be? Are they going to put forth any more than the minimum effort? Very likely not. So here's the difference between a good leader and a great leader by Bruce D. Schneider. Energy. It's how you show up. So as you as a leader, here's your 3 tips. Tip number 1, say hello and smile. Hi, Joe. How you doing? Hey, Sarah. How are you? That makes your coworker or your employee feel valued. That makes them feel seen. Hi, how are you? Make eye contact. No looking at your phone. Number 2, ask them about their life other than business. Hey, how are your kids doing? Oh, I know you went to that show last night. How was it? And then listen and validate. That makes them feel heard. So now they feel seen and they feel heard. And then applaud any small wins, no matter how tiny. Hey, great job on that. Thank you for doing that. Make them feel valued. Seen, heard, valued, it's huge. If you do that every day, this week, Monday through Friday, either with all of your employees or just 1 or 2, see if you notice a change, right? It's going to shift your energy. It may not happen overnight. And if there's a lot of toxicity, it could take a long time and some other work, but you can do what you can do. You can't control their outcome. You can control how you show up. So I challenge you to pick at least 2 or 3 coworkers every day this week. Say hello, eyeball them, no phones, no distractions. Hi, how are you? Ask them something about their life that has nothing to do with work, no matter just anything. How was last night? What'd you do last night? Did you do anything? How was this? How was that? How are your kids? How are your family? And then applaud something. Find something to applaud or compliment them on, even if it's their shoes, right? Just something. See what happens. That's it. Have a great week. See ya. Bye.